Since we talk about love, my 2 cents. So start here, 2 grips. I prefer to do it, you know, not pistol grip. Just roll my fingers here for lasso, anyways. So the thing we talked about already, turn your hips. You know, you can do it if you're like super flexible. You know, you can get it here. Sometimes talking about love, sometimes doing that makes it a little bit easier. You're gonna, you know, we're all being slapped in the face one time or another. So sometimes when you do it, bah! You know, bah! So it happens, you know. The very same thing. You know, you notice like we come from different schools, but this thing here helps, you know, like the anchor in your arm. It makes a big difference because once you're learning that, if you're not doing properly, extend your leg for him to swim the hand and go behind my leg, it's a thing. You could be doing that as a setup eventually when you change the leg to the other side for him to do, and then you give a space to go for on the hook. I'll show what I'm talking. So here, if we start from the knees, this was my rest position for a while. I used to do this a lot. I don't do so much anymore. So I used to get here, and then, you know, got all this stuff, but I used to put my foot here. Put here, and then control this knee here for the most part. You know, unless if he moves the knee back, like they wanted me to control, then I control the top collar. He knows better when he has a lasso or spider, not to come to the left. That's one of the basic things we learn. Being the top guy, the bottom guy too, because when the guy do walk, then you dump him to the side. For who doesn't know, if he's coming to his left, you know, I'm gonna drop my leg here in the match. I'm gonna check my hips. I don't turn sideways. I don't wanna use my side muscles here. I'm turning my knees. I'm checking a low kick here. I'm checking, extending my hips. I'm going down. Be careful if you're starting out, sometimes you come up. You actually do come up on a slicer here, bicep slicer, which is big time illegal for a lot of belts. You gotta clear the arm, go to the top. But that's like a perfect game, right? So we got in the lasso here, close guard, or it could be coming from the open guard. Little turn the hips to make it a little bit easier. Little slap on the face, boom. Sticking the foot in. Now, one of the biggest things also, the distance from my leg, right? If you're pushing in, you keep him away from you. He's gonna naturally start to go away from the anchor point, the hips. So you want a lot of times bring them down and then this control here. So I like, you know, if you guys try that, here it's gonna work good for the knees. It's gonna work good when he stands. Stand up. So if I'm able to control this leg here, I prefer to control this leg, and then a lot of times I will control, again, palm down. You know, I feel really comfortable here. Because here, if you try to walk to his right, walk to your right, so my hook outside the hips here, gentle. Like it's gonna stop him to walk to the right. I wanted him to be walking to the left, but he shouldn't because he knows, but if he does walk to the left, again, he's walking to my sweep here, right? So come back. So he's most like when you get here, he's gonna be moving his hips back. Moving his back. If I have the leg, great. If I don't, go move back. So I'm controlling on the collar here. So that's gonna break his posture. What's gonna happen if you have a big anchor point here, his lower back is gonna start to give out. He's gonna start to get tired, and then I'm here and bring his posture. I'm shooting for this leg, move this leg back. When he moves the leg back, he doesn't have an option but leave the front leg forward. Then I'm gonna control the front leg. Then I'm gonna swim like a pendulum. Look how every time I swim, he projects his way forward. Eventually I like to control outside. So I move in the same way. This is my preferred leg. If I don't have the option, go for the second leg. But before that, I have a resting position that I'm able to He stays here. He stays here. He stays here. You have to be comfortable here. This one here. This is my go-to. Gain some time here. See what I'm gonna do right there. So breaking the posture. Not only break with my hands, but look at my legs here. These here. These here. Bring his hand to my anchor point. I'm rolling my elbow outside my body. Really hard for me to take this one back. Then if I can't go for this one, I'll do it. Then very traditional, my pendulum motion with my both legs. Here, here. He's gonna, if he's sitting back, sit back. Sit back to one. Like you're gonna fall. Like say, yeah, just your hips. Like that. So I'm gonna move myself in. Then if I get inside, then break. He's going. Then he steps his right back. I move back here. Go ahead and go to his right. Here. Pull him in. Grab the knee, whatever I can. One. Switch. Outside. Through the mat. Swim up. Careful not coming over. Slicer. I like to come up on the top of his arm. Going here. Look like a crucifix kind of thing. 1, 2. Yeah. Does that make sense? But it's comfortable position. So you guys, if you want to try, if you haven't done that, just if there's anything, don't even worry about the sweep so much, but worry about being anchoring your opponent. Meaning, so go here. They stood up already. Oh yeah, another thing, if you're coming from the close, you don't want to have a grip. A knee grip. You break it, slap and go, hip, break it, slap and go. But look, he's going back. That's where my danger zone is. As soon as I feel that, extend it, see how I bend my leg and bring it in. If I can aim for this when I go, remember, don't grab inside, it's illegal. There, but here. These I like it a lot. And then I'm facing him. He still have a chance, don't get me wrong, like if he drops to his left, drop to your left, all the way to the side control. No matter what, he does that. Okay, then, again, you don't want to be pulling your foot like so, but you want to be turning your knee away. So you're going to turn your knee away, you're going to extend it, you're going to lock a triangle, stretch your body, he's going to be gone. It's really hard for him to hold you here. Then from here, you move your shoulders, reset the knee. And you can sweep the guy here from the side control sometimes. Get under, all the way. But enough to hold my neck, here, stretch, hip out, reset, again here. You do that one time, you're not gonna come out again, so you're here. Do not cross the center line, the knee always outside, anchor in your hips. 1, 2. Then if you get up. Ask your partner to drag in the cross motion, so dragging left and right. So once you do get the knee, it helps a lot. Sometimes you need behind here, helps him to pick him up. And then you can add, you can go here, you can go here and here. You can switch and go. A lot of little things, but the mental is the most important thing to get started here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any questions here? And be gentle, when you do slap, just a touch. Questions? 1, 2, 3.